Hey y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up, Dre Day? How you doing? Oh, Dre Day, I'm really concerned because people act like this is a game, and this is really not a game. And I'm really concerned for Catherine because I don't know if she is excited about this newfound attention. I don't know what's going on, but Catherine, this is really, really not a game. Um, I got a phone call, not an email. I got a phone call and someone was telling me Catherine was over there talking to Ness and Pizza, and I guess Catherine was saying that I always knew she was homeless. No, I didn't. I really didn't. And if you sent that by email, I'm just going to be honest. I don't sit there and read all of those emails. When you sent that email with lovely love, that joker was long as hell, and I don't have time to do that. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I didn't know you were home. And you're talking about, I think Ness and Pizarro was talking about money to help you. Absolutely not. I don't do that. But let me say this to you, Catherine. If you go to jail, if you go to a state hospital, are you, or is Ness and Pizarro going to send you money and help you out? Catherine, you cannot come on my platform to talk about this church stuff anymore or anything that has to do with this. I am not banning you from coming over here, but I am on my platform banning you from talking about anything that will incriminate yourself. I can't do it. Catherine, I don't even know if you know how serious these allegations are. And you seem like you want somebody to be your friend and say, we believe you, Catherine. Catherine, it's not whether we believe you or not. It's you are making strong allegations against people. And I'm telling you, you better have the goods. Because at the end of the day, if you go to jail, if you go to a mental hospital, those content creators who are using you, they're not going to send you one dime. And I'm telling you right now, I ain't sending nobody nothing because people should be old enough to know that when you start slandering and defaming people's names, especially these mega church people, they will come for you. So, Catherine, all I'm going to say to you is you are more than welcome to come on this platform. But what we are not going to do on this platform is talk about that church and talk about things that's going on because I don't want you to be implicated in mess. And I'm definitely not endorsing what you are saying. Now, that lady came on who go to the church and she said her little piece. And that's all I'm going to say. Once again, I'm going to say this to you again. You cannot come on my platform to talk about that church stuff. And if you look at what I have told her, I have said, Catherine, you're going to get yourself into trouble. Instead of egging this woman on, I'm trying to say, why do you have a lawyer? Are you seeing a therapist? Now, I ain't trying to slant nothing. I'm not trying to slant anything. But I'm going to tell you, when you go to the state hospital or go to jail or have to go to court, Pizarro and Ness will not be there for you. I'm telling you, The best thing I have told you is to stay off these YouTube streets. I have told you that as long as you stay on, I'm going to talk about it. But now I'm to the point where I don't even want you to come on my platform because I am so afraid. As Diva Tomboy said, either you're going to go to jail, they're going to put you away, or you're going to be somewhere where nobody can find you. Now, I'm concerned. And look, I don't have time to play games. I don't care what you I'm telling you all. And I don't know if these people are excited about absolutely not. I found out she was homeless when y'all found out. Now, she sent an email. I do not read those emails. But let me say this, regardless of if she's homeless or not, I'm not Catherine's husband. Catherine has two sons and a mother, and I'm sure she has some relatives. It is not my responsibility to take care of a woman who's 50 years old. I live in Texas. Now, if she sent me an email, I'm sorry. I more than likely didn't read them. And I'm glad I didn't read them because, baby, I'm afraid of what they said. And I'm glad I deleted them. And I'm going to tell you why I'm glad I deleted them. Because, Catherine, how you talking and what you saying, you going to be in court. You're going to be in somebody's court. And if not somebody's court, you're going to be in somebody's hospital. And that's all I'm going to say. I am not, and you all can slant it the way you want to, I'm responsible for Jay Wilson. I am responsible for my partner and my immediate family members. I have told y'all numerous times, there are no friends on YouTube. I do not cross the line. I do not cross the line. I have never talked to Catherine on the telephone. And like I said, people be having long emails and I am not reading them. So you can say what you want. I don't cross lines with people. Period. I don't care if she sent it December 8th. The best thing I can tell Catherine is what I told her when this first started. Catherine, take that stuff down. Catherine, you are not doing yourself any favors. But I'm going to tell you, Catherine, people will collect money for you today. I'm not nervous. Let me tell you something. I'm not nervous about anything. I am not nervous about anything. I am concerned that Catherine is not, the light bulb is not lighting up. And what I'm saying is, if Catherine goes to a state hospital, baby, these people are going to do nothing but talk about you, Catherine, but they will not be there for you. And all I'm telling you, Catherine, is you need to be careful of what you're saying. I don't offer anybody help. I don't. And this is the thing. I didn't read the emails. You all, let me say this. Catherine sent emails. And again, they were long emails. And I'm sorry, I don't read books like that. The only books I read are the ones that I'm interested in. And let me say this too. I am not responsible for grown people on YouTube. The best thing Catherine could have done is get off of YouTube and touch grass. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine can come up on this platform, but I will not talk about that pastor nor the church incident, not because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that she's going to be implicated if she's not already implicated. And while these people are up here saying, oh, Jay Wilson, baby, you all are using Catherine, trying to get back at me, but yet you are hurting her. And if something happens to her, not one of you all will go to the court case. Not one of you all will help her out. Oh, yeah, people will send some cash apps and all of that stuff, but I'm talking about long term. Are y'all willing to be with her for the long term? And all I'm telling you all is, I'm not responsible for grown people. I am here to do my show. I have said it. I don't back down. And this should be a good lesson to people. This is why I ain't on no phones and doing all of this stuff. And no, this is a show. Now, if you start mixing your real life with this show, baby, I did not tell Catherine one time to come up here and talk about that church stuff. I ain't tell her one time to start talking about that pastor. Catherine did it on her own accord. And what I'm trying to tell you all is, again, you can either be a part of the problem or part of the solution. Catherine, what is your problem with the church? We never got an answer. Catherine, what is going on? So it's a personal, intellectual, personal property. It's intellectual. No, it ain't intellectual. Then what the hell is it? You can't even tell me what it is. And then this is where I knew something was wrong. Catherine, everybody said they don't understand. I don't even understand. So if we're not understanding, then maybe it's not us. Maybe it's your message, and she don't get it. But I'm telling you, Ness, Pizarro, stop playing that lady like this. If you really cared about Catherine, you would be telling Catherine to get off this apparatus. You would be telling Catherine, hey, do you have a lawyer? Do you have this? If you really like Catherine, you all are doing what you do. I told Catherine, baby, if you continue to come on, but now it's to the point where, no, ma'am, something ain't right. Something is not right. And it really hit the fan when that lady who goes to the church by the name of Karen came on and said, this has been an issue. And I'm going to say this, Catherine, if you don't think Karen has let the people know, that's all I'm going to say. So all of this framing and Jay Wilson, no, let me tell you something. I don't deal with no grown people on this tip that ain't related to me or in a relationship with me. I have a partner. I'm concerned about him. I'm concerned about my family. I am not under any contractual obligation to do anything for anybody on YouTube. If Catherine was homeless and was distressed and stuff, she could have easily came up here and say, Jay, this is what's going on. But again, I'm not reading all of those emails. I'm not. I'm not. And I'm sorry, I deleted them because I'm like, a lot of this stuff, I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you telling me this? So that's what I got to say about it. Catherine, please stop letting these folks, because they may have a dislike for me, and that's fine. I really don't care. But Ness and Pizarro, would you please stop it? Because this lady is going to be in major trouble. And you all are egging this stuff on. You don't have to like me. Just talk about me. Just talk about me. But for some reason, Miss Catherine is not well. Something is not right. And I want you all to stop it. Not because I'm feeling some kind of way, but that lady is being implicated. That's why I'm asking you all to stop. And if you're not willing to go with her the long haul, to help her, to do all of this stuff, then stop it. Catherine, I'm sorry. You come on this platform, but not to talk about this church. I don't want to hear about this story anymore. I don't want it. Because if you're not willing to go get a lawyer, if you're not willing to do those things, then you should be on here. And no lawyer is going to work with you doing what you're doing on YouTube. No lawyer. No lawyer. You know, I've been very upfront. I said, Catherine, chill out. Nobody, and can I say this? I am not mad that Catherine went to Lemons. I'm not mad that she was on Pizarro's channel and talking to Nez. That doesn't have anything to do with me. But when I said, Catherine, do you trust me enough if I tell you to get off of here and stop doing this? And she said yes. And Catherine, I really meant that. I really meant that because something is not right. And maybe your mind is not clicking to say, hey, Catherine, this ain't right. Even in my title, I said, Catherine, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and I will repay. If people have done you wrong, Catherine, there's a way to do it. This is not the way. And then you were getting upset with me because I'm like, you are still talking circular. You're talking all around the real issue. And for some reason, you don't want to face the real issue of what's going on, Catherine. I said, give me 5 bullet points of why you left the church and why you are back. And you couldn't even do that, Catherine. And I mean, I really had a chance to think about it. And I'm like, Catherine, I hate to say it, but something mentally is not working. Something is really borging in your head where the only thing you can think about is that man, that man, that man, that man. And what's really disconcerting is that you never met him and had a conversation with him. And that's an issue. And it's playing over. And then I'm like, okay, so the man took your intellectual property and used it for a new church. And I'm like, well, could you find somebody else to do that? It's intellectual property. No, it ain't that. Well, what is it? So again, love you. You can come up, but we cannot talk about that church issue, and we cannot talk about that man. Nobody is paying me off. Catherine, I just don't want to see you in jail, or I don't want to see you in a state hospital. I don't care what these people got to say. I don't care what these people think about me. And I'm going to tell you, I had a chance to see a content creator, and he does content on school issues, and he's a comedian. He lost the weight, and he said you wouldn't believe how mean, nasty, vicious, and hateful people are. And I'm looking at that. And see, this is why I don't deal with a lot of people, because a lot of people are hurting, bitter, and they don't give a damn if that lady lives or dies. They don't give a damn. They don't. You can get help from being homeless. There are organizations you can go to get help for being homeless. But when it comes to legal ramifications, defamation and slander, and people proving that you are not mentally stable, you're going to put yourself in trouble. Catherine, you already said that your mother evicted you out of the home. You have sons. Where are they? Where are your relatives? It is not up to a man who is a content creator who lives in Texas no content creator for that matter. And I just kept on ignoring. I'm like, what is going on? And you are hell bent on you don't believe me anyhow. It's not up to me to believe you. Catherine, if you are telling the truth, listen to me. If you are telling the truth, go get a lawyer. If you can't afford one, go to legal aid. Go to a police and file a report. Go see a therapist so you will have evidence of what's going on. If you're not doing that, Catherine, what are people supposed to believe? Again, because of your circular way of talking, why did you have to say that you had on a pink dress and a nice hat and you was that has nothing to do. And then you say that it's about it's too many things, Catherine. It's too many things. Again, Ness and Pizza, talk about me all day long. Say what you will about me. I don't care. But please do not use Catherine as a shield to come after me, knowing good and well that something is not right with this lady. Don't do that. If anything, you all should be telling her to come down because she could implicate herself in this matter. Ness, I can't believe you as a Christian woman sitting here and doing this. And you should have discernment to say, you know what, Catherine, I know I may not be getting along with Jay Wilson, but Jay Wilson has told you many times to come off of here. Jay Wilson has told you to go see a lawyer. Jay Wilson said, hey, Catherine, you may need to lay off of this because you may be slandering people's names. Jay Wilson told you, where is your evidence? Where is this? But no, Ness, you can't do that. Because even in your heart, you have so much enmity towards me, you can't see that you're hurting this lady. And now that I realize that something ain't all together, and after talking to that person on that phone, Catherine, whatever happens, happens. But you can't come on my platform to talk about those two things. I am not banning you from my platform. I am not blocking you. I'm just saying we can't talk about that. Go to Lemon and talk about it. Go to Pizarro if you feel the need. But you cannot come over here and talk about that. I'm not concerned about anything because I haven't done anything. I'm more concerned about you and your mental health and wellness. But if you want to talk about it, you go over there. I'm sorry. I can't see you do this to yourself. I can't see you hurting yourself and being, I mean, Catherine, you're saying some really serious stuff. And if you got the evidence, then God bless you and Godspeed. You know, Catherine, I don't know if you heard that lady, but she was talking about pimps in the pulpit, and obviously that lady was from Philadelphia. But Catherine, how can you really hold this man accountable? And this man, you said you never met. No, no. Well, if they didn't, fine. But according to my phone call, it didn't happen that way. And a lot of people emailed me saying that they were disgusted, that they were saying that she was homeless and I should be helping her and all of this. And then she's further implicating herself. And that's not more than one person. I got a phone call and all of this. And I'm going to say this. Catherine, at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, the only thing I'm going to do is pray for you. I'm telling you now. Because at the end of the day, I have been echoing this. Catherine, get off. Catherine, stop. And again, I can't tell you where to go. You went on the limit. I'm not mad at you. And I want you all to know I am not angry and jealous and all of this stuff. That is ridiculous. And that shouldn't be quiet. That should have said, Pizza, I don't think that this is right. Pizza, something is not right here. I don't understand. We got discernment to tell everybody everything else, but we don't have discernment to see this. And what I was trying to get to is, Catherine, what is your end game? What are you trying to do? You've been telling this story, and everybody is confused still. What is your end game? Do you want compensation? You said that there was no sex involved in this or nothing like that. But yet, everything is so, oh, I know this about you, and I know this about you. So I don't want to hear all of that mess. Catherine, when you get locked up, or if they put you away, these people will do a cash app party for you, and you won't hear from them no more. And I'm telling you straight up, I am not responsible for a grown woman. Catherine, you are not my wife. You are not my partner. We ain't related. I have told you all, once the curtain closed, we go to the dressing room, costume comes out, and we go about our life. I have never talked to you in person. You sent a lot of emails. But even with that, maybe I'm who, what, when, where, how, and why. So, if you got to tell Catherine something, because I know there's some people here, I want you to tell it right. Catherine, you are always welcome over here. You can click the link over here. I don't have a problem with you. I do think that there is something not clicking. I do think that there's something wrong. And hopefully, if you're telling the truth, then I can say, Catherine, I owe you an apology. You were right all the time. But right now, I don't see that. Right now, I see that you're obsessed with something. You can come over here, but we cannot and will not. I will not talk about Enoch or Pastor Waller or anybody at that church, because something is not right. And it seems like you are chomping at the bit to talk about it. It's sad. And like I said that I was going to talk about it, because if you keep on putting it on, but it comes to a point where I don't think this person something is not registering. And nobody is saying that you are a dummy. Nobody's saying, but you never met this man. You may have seen that man in passing, but you have even admitted that you are assigned to an assistant pastor. The lady who came on said that pastor does not meet with people. She said she has been there for years. Her grandmother has been there. Her mom has been there. And after all of that, she's never gotten close to the pastor. And then you're talking about some small church. Okay. But it's still in all, you never said that you met with him. Pizza, stop being a demon. Stop being, you live for strife. And I don't think you give a damn about that lady's mental capacity. All you care about is this. And for you to do that, it's unconscionable. I can't believe that you did that, Pizza. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. And Pizza, you know that ever since she's been over here, I'm like, Catherine, what is going on? Catherine, your story is circular. Catherine, have you done a police report? Catherine, have you seen a therapist? But here you go, want to say, oh, Jay did this, and you was homeless. I didn't know she was homeless. If she put it in an email, I was not reading all of those emails. But here you go. And if that lady, if something happens to her, Pizza, yeah, you'll raise some money for her, but she's another person. So I don't care what you say. I'm really shocked and disappointed because there's a time and a place and there's a fine line. There's a fine line. And again, I'm saying all you, Pizza, you don't have to like me. Just say, I don't like him. But please don't use that lady to try to have an angle and a frame knowing that that lady may not be in the right mind. You know, I thought that you were more than that. But obviously I'm wrong. All I have been doing is saying, baby, get off of here. And yes, I was going to let the lady who went to the church say what she had to say. And Catherine was more than welcome. But at the end of the day, these are some serious, powerful folk. And no, I am not afraid of the powerful folk. But again, I cannot go up for Miss Catherine not knowing the whole situation. And again, I'm going to ride and live with you, but I'm not riding and dying with nobody. So again, maybe you thought what you were doing was cute and you know, I'm going to frame Jay Wilson this way and all of this. No, it's not. It's not. Catherine, go get some help. Go get some help. Philadelphia is a large city, and they have plenty of places where you don't have to be home. And I'm telling you, I don't hate you, Catherine. I love you with the love of Christ. I really do. And this is why I'm telling you, we are not talking about the church and that man, that preacher, on my platform anymore. It's a done deal. Because I don't want you to implicate yourself. And no, I'm not going over to see Pizza at all. I'm not. And Pizza, I'm not responsible for grown people. No more than no more am I responsible for you, and you have a whole family. You sound stupid. You sound absolutely ridiculous. You have a whole husband. So that's just like me saying, oh, Pizza don't have an air conditioner, so let me go buy her air conditioner. Oh, you got a whole husband. Catherine has 2 sons, a mother, and relatives in Philadelphia. And if you felt that so moved to go do something, then you fly your ass to Philadelphia and you find her shelter, since you are such a Mother Teresa. But no, all you want to do is use that lady as a shield because you want to frame people. And that's what you do. Did you tell her to go get help? Did you tell her, are you okay? Did you tell her to go get a lawyer if these things are happening? Did you tell her to take a break? Did you tell her that? Or did you sit up there and just egg it on and push it on? Y'all, it was so bad. Another content creator called me and he said, Jay, this is ridiculous. And about 4 people emailed me to say, Jay. And it all came back to Pizarro. And I'm like, okay. And let me say this, Brian, that is stupid. And if that's the case, that is stupid. Pizarro, you sat up here and lied and told people I was asking for $150. Nobody ever said I was asking for any money. But that's the type of person you are. You always trying to frame something. And I'm like, girl, I was doing this way before you was doing what you was doing. Unbelievable. But again, look, do what you need to do. I'm so glad that I don't hate people and I don't take stuff so seriously that I got to sit here and try to frame people and do all of that. I am so glad that I am so beyond when people are really going through stuff like this that I don't have to do that. The same thing with Tracy. Well, you no. Tracy's a grown woman. I didn't get Tracy into jail. People are grown. That's the bottom line. If Catherine would have came over here and say, hey, Jay, this is what I'm going through, I have let people who are less popular than Catherine come over here and do this. So don't act like, oh, you should have done this. No, if Catherine would have asked, you have not because you asked not. I don't read mine. And I'm going to say this. I am so glad that I don't give a damn what people think. Again, I saw that content creator break down because he lost weight and people couldn't even be happy because of that. And it's just a YouTube thing. It's just some really miserable people. It is some people who got low self-esteem and they want you to have it. I'm sorry, I'm not that dude. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell anybody this. Jay Wilson is not Meals on Wheels. Jay Wilson is not United Way. Jay Wilson is not FEMA. Jay Wilson does a show. Okay? I am not a 501c. Okay? I don't get contributions for philanthropists to help people. Okay? I am not Salvation of Army. I ain't none of them. I come on and do a show. That's it. That's all. And it's not like I don't have a heart, but I said, Catherine, I said, I don't think this is going to end well. I mean, people forget that. People forget that. And then they tried to spin it, talking about the church done called me to tell Catherine to take that down. No, the church don't have to call me to let me know that that ain't right. And then you going out the ghetto intellect. Well, this is the man's frat brother. And it seems like the more deeper you get into this stuff and the more the water getting hot, you want to get in there. That's what get me. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see what's getting ready to happen. It's just that simple. And I don't scam anybody. Let me tell you something about scam. I don't scam anybody. I'm upfront. If God didn't tell you to give it, or your spirit don't tell you to give it, then don't give it. You know, the girls always say, oh, you drive a long way. I drive a long way because I work. That's why. And at the end of the day, I can pay my bill. If my air conditioner breaks down, I have a home warranty. All I do is pay $75 and they come and fix it. And if they can't fix it, they'll replace it. I pay that every month. Huh? Come on, somebody. Every month. So I don't have to beg nobody with my air conditioner. Hallelujah. And I'm not throwing shade. I'm just being real. Now, you all think certain things, and what you think don't have shit to do with me. Absolutely zero. Those are your thoughts. I don't live in your thoughts. I live in my reality. I don't live in your wishes. I live in my reality. And that's the bottom line. And this is why I don't go watch folk no more and all of that stuff, because again, it is dark. But there are some good people. There are some people who just want to have a good roast and gag and a good kiki and move on. But when somebody starts saying that somebody done did this and then I'm going to call the names out of the people who homosexual on the book. Girl, some of them people don't have nothing to do with this. Some people don't even know what you're going through, but you are willing to defame or slander people to get back at a man. Mm-mm. No, we ain't playing them games. We ain't playing them games. Absolutely not. And again, what you think, that's between you and God. Don't have nothing to do with me. But baby, we ain't playing them games. And Catherine, we may not be cool no more. It's not because I don't want to be cool with you. It's because I think you need to talk to somebody right now. I believe that you need to pray and ask God right now, because I think this is the flesh cast. I don't believe that God said to reveal all them people and who you think is living this and this. I don't think that's God. I don't think that's God. And the only thing that I have gathered from your conversation is that that man didn't take a meeting with you. You felt that that man stole intellectual property. You talked about a church that what you have is something you were supposed to have. And that's all I've been hearing. But then you said to me that it's not personal. I mean, it's not intellectual property. Then I'm asking you, what is it? And then we get this whole song and dance. And I'm like, girl, you said I'm actually surprised at Ness. I thought she was serious and put the plan with God. Let me say this. I don't question Ness' salvation. I really don't. I really don't. But yeah, just say you hate me. Just say I can't stand Jay Wilson. Just don't use this lady in her situation for something to gain father, and act crazy with and get her put away. And to be honest, Catherine, you're a grown woman. I can't stop you from going other places. All I can do is just sit back and pray that you are protected and that God watches over you. And let me say this. I'm going to say this. I pray that if the church finds out about this, that they help you psychologically to get what you need. Because, Catherine, I'm being honest. You are obsessing over that man. And the thing is, I don't think you even know that man. I don't even think you know that man. And your story is not lining up to be that angry. And then you're saying that this man got you evicted, but yet you don't produce anything to say that he got you evicted. Then you said that you came for the right hand of fellowship and they denied you and asked you to leave. Well, why? Churches just don't ask folks to leave for nothing. They just don't tell people, no, we're not going to baptize you for nothing. Don't get me wrong. There are some churches that run like businesses, but they ain't going to tell you to do that. And I'm like, what's going on? And Catherine, I'm serious. If we would sit down with some of them people at the church, they may have a different story. And I'm not saying I think you lying or I don't believe you, but you have not produced any concrete evidence, no attachment, nothing to say that these people are doing that. And I'm sorry, I'm just not going to rock with you because you said it. No, ma'am. And that's the thing. I'm not doing that because I don't know you well enough. I have not sat down. I don't know your history. I just know what you tell me. That's just like me co-signing a house for you and I don't know you. No, absolutely not. So I'm going to let people say what they want. You don't have to like me. You can say whatever you want. I am responsible for me, my partner, my family, and my close friends. And even with that, there is limitations. Even with family, sometimes you just gotta step on back. I am not Jesus, Lord and Savior. That's not my name. And again, let me say this again to you all. I am not United Way. I'm not Goodwill. I'm not Meals on Wheels. I'm not Habitat for Humanity. I'm not Haven for Hope. Ain't none of them. And then they'll collect an offer for Catherine, but as soon as she get in trouble, and she'll be content, and then the next thing you know, she won't hear from nobody. And these people will be going on with their life, moving on to the next story, moving on to the next lemon event, moving on to the next RNY and Envy event, and she won't even be thought of. How many content creators that people went after, and now we don't even hear about them no more? It's just that simple. Baby, I didn't know the lady was home. Let me tell y'all this. The only thing I know about Catherine is what I see on that video. She was showing the house. She was showing all this. I'm like, okay, so she got a place to stay. But if she put that in an email, I'm not reading those emails. Not them detailed emails. Because again, I don't have time. It's a who, what, when, where, and how. And if she was homeless, what am I supposed to do about it? I'm just, and let me say this again, you all. Catherine has a mother and she has two adult sons that she talks about in great detail. Both of them have jobs. When we get to the point where we think content creators should be taking care of people, baby, we got problems. Well, Tatiana busted down, that's what they said. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and block Simon, whoever that Simon is. Go ahead and block him. I have dealt with him, so again, I can't block him because I'm on the road, but go ahead and block him. Whoever is in here, any of the moderators, go ahead and block him or her. And let me say this too. I have been gentle with Catherine, even in my questioning. It is to understand, Catherine, what are you trying to get out of this? We don't get anything. Catherine, what are the 5 points? Catherine gave me 2 points and went way off on a tangent. She can't even stay focused. Why did you go back? And then all of a sudden, here come these people who really think the shit is funny. And I'm going to tell you, Catherine, them people don't like you. I'm going to say this. Just because I'm not sending money and stuff, that don't mean I don't like you. But Catherine, they really don't. A lot of people are very happy because of your situation. They feel that you deserve it, unfortunately. They didn't like you when you came over here. They said you always insert yourself in people's business. I just think it's a character. But now we're in real life. Now we're in real life. And I'm like, yeah. Because let me say this, Catherine. You can always find housing. You can always find shelter. But baby, you can't always get your freedom. And if these people declare you mentally unstable, you lose your freedom. And somebody determines if you are sane to come back into society. And I don't want that to happen. So take it how you want. I'm not calling you out of your name. I'm just saying, Catherine, that you have to consider the stuff that you said and the implications it may have. That's all. Now, let me say this. I don't care what Cesaro or Ness has to say about this. Please don't hit me up. I'm not going to watch it because after listening to the person who called me and the people who emailed me, they said it was despicable. They said it was like they were egging her on, like they were like pushing. And let me say this, you all. Yeah, she came on my channel. Brian was even on the channel. And even Brian was saying, Catherine, move on. Start your own church. Even Brian was trying to be like, move on, Catherine. And I asked questions, was it something sexual? You said no. But then all of a sudden it's deeper than this. And then it's stuff that I don't. And let me tell you something, Catherine. You really came after Ghetto. And it's like you are taking what people say personal to the point where you are willing to attack. As I said, if you think that I'm really concerned about you and concerned on me throwing money at it, maybe you can throw money at it all you want to. Let me say this, you all. That's our problem. We deal with external stuff. We don't deal with internal issues. We don't deal with trauma and those things. And we think that throwing money at it is okay. Look at the content creators who got money thrown at them. And the problem is still a problem. If you are alcoholic, throwing money is not going to help because all the person is going to do is buy alcohol. If somebody is on crack, giving them money ain't going to help because it's going to help them buy more crack. It's like, baby, I'm not sending you any money. What I'm going to send you is a referral so you can go talk to a counselor or have an intervention with people. And I don't understand why y'all think that throwing money at stuff is going to help. It's not. It's not. So anyway, I'm almost at my destination. I'm almost home. I'm really going to pray tonight, and I'm not saying that to say that, but I am serious, and that's what I can really do. I can just say, God, protect Catherine, protect her mind, protect her safety, and be a hedge around her during this time, and all parties. And my thing is, I pray that that church, if they are in the right, I pray that the church have mercy and say, sister really needs some help. And if Catherine is in the right, I pray that Catherine gets a lawyer, a counselor, and go to law enforcement. Kwani said ZX called the church, Dr. J. Catherine has been homeless a few times due to some form of mental health. We must pray for Catherine. Catherine, if you're having some mental health issues, baby, go get help. Go get help. Don't be ashamed. Go get help. We still love you. We still love you as Catherine. Go get help. And see, this is why I believe the church probably already knows about this. This is why I believe they already know about this. I just think that they know and they just trying to not harm you anymore. And I didn't know this. Again, I'm not a psychologist. I don't diagnose folk. I can say what I think it may be, but that's it. And again, I don't care what you say, pizza and this, but especially don't come up here trying to argue me down. You don't have to like me, Ness. You don't have to like me, pizza. It's a show. I get it. But there is a line. I would have rather you cuss me out and call me everything than sit here and play lady. And especially if she in a bad mental state, as now the people are saying that DX. And this is only according to what Kwani has told me, that they called the church and the church said that lady is not well. And if this can be verified and right, then you don't play with people like that. You don't play with people like that. And nothing that I said to her was playing. I told Catherine to go get help, to get a lawyer, and all of this. And again, I kept on saying, Catherine, you're talking in circles. You're not talking to the. Catherine could not get 5 points across to me. And Catherine is not a dumb person. Catherine is an extremely intelligent person. But I think that Catherine gets fixated on things and she can't let it go. And she's not the only one that I see. Now, yeah, I will repeat shit until the day is done. I will. I learned in marketing, when you repeat, it makes an impact, an impact. But when people are fixated and can't let stuff go, and always there's an issue. And Catherine ain't the only one, if that's the case. If that's the case. And I'm not judging her. I'm just saying, Catherine, if you hear me, get the help you need. Get the help you need. You told me that you trust that I am concerned. Catherine, I'm concerned, but Catherine, I'm not sending money. All I can do is send prayer, and all I can do, Catherine, is do that. Because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand this. I'm taking care of somebody until they go somewhere else. I have a relative with me now. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about it, but again, this is why I don't worry about what people think, what I have or what I don't have, and everything. You don't think nobody but yourself. But I told you, I'm gonna take care of family, and I have a family member who wants to do something and to make something of themselves, and I'm like, I'm right with you when you're living, but when you're dying, and so yeah, and I'm not getting into great detail, but I got other things to do. Life is too precious to sit here and fight with people all the time. I mean, I can do that. There are many times that people have sent me money, and I'm sure people were talking about me like a dog. But baby, I don't have time for that. I come in and do my show, and I move on. That's it. I don't know what you're talking about, champion of truth. I don't know what you're talking about. And again, you all, we have some people who are not well, and that's the truth. So, Catherine,
going so don't and the content creators, when people are going through a mental crisis, just back up. If you got something ugly to say about me, say it to me. Say it about me. Just don't use somebody who, according to the people here, is mentally distressed to use them. Because again, this lady is grown. I'm grown. But the best thing is to say, hey, sis, you may need to calm down or come down from YouTube because you're doing a whole lot. But anyway, hey, I can't tell people what to do. All I can do is control my actions. I'm not going to sit here and fight with people, but in good conscience, I can't do that. And again, you all, Miss Catherine, you're not banned from being over here, but we won't talk about that church situation because, and then let me say this, it's not because I'm afraid, because when you haven't done anything, you don't have nothing to be afraid about. I mean, I'm being real with that. I'm more concerned about Miss Catherine, but let me tell you what gives me consolation. Let me tell you what gives me consolation, that the church knows about her and they know that she's not well, according to the church. Now, I know people like, ooh, Jay, that's shady saying that Miss Catherine is not well. I would rather them think that she's not well than put and drag her in court, listen to me, than to drag her in court and make things worse, or to drag her into a mental hospital or a mental facility. So I am glad the church is looking at it as that. Because, baby, if this church is powerful like they say they are, it seems like they could make things happen if they wanted to. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. I'm so sorry I had to have a conversation. And let me say this to you all as well. Let me say this to you all. We can only go on what Catherine has told us. I don't know Catherine to be a liar, but I can only go on what she told me. And it's really not fair to the other party. And let me say this, the lady who went to the church, she's not officially speaking for the church. To be honest, the person who talked to ZX at the church is more official than the lady who talked to me. But at least the lady who talked to me had some insight about the operations and the goings on in the church. But if ZX talked to the lady and the lady said, or the person who answered the phone said she's not well, then, well, okay. And again, I'm going to say this again. I would rather the church say Catherine is not well than to have a slap big old lawsuit on Catherine or to be locking Catherine up. And they're trying to really not bother her because they know she's not well, according to the church. And y'all, I'm going to say this. Catherine has not said that she has sat down and even had a conversation with that man. Catherine said that she saw the man in passing. She was supposed to have a meeting with the man. That did not happen. She was upset because she didn't get a meeting with the man. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know that. I don't know that. But usually, and I look, this is from my experience, and I'm only speaking from my experience. Usually, when people are chronically homeless, there are some mental episodes. And if people are not on their medication, and I don't know if Catherine's on medication, I'm not saying she is or not. I do not know. I'm just going on what I know. Usually, when people are not on medication, then a lot of things can happen. Let me say this, content creators, let's stop using mentally ill people or people who may not be thinking in their right mind or thinking straight. Let me say this. Ness, when you were on that balcony, because you had an addiction, when you had that cigarette taking a drag, contemplating your life, Jay Wilson didn't pick at you one bit. We were wishing you well. Even you, even you, even you. We didn't say, oh, how bad, oh, you on drugs. We don't. No, we were happy that you were going somewhere to get help. Now, what happened after that, I don't have nothing to do with that. But I remember, baby, she was on that balcony taking deep drags from that cigarette. Deep drags from that cigarette. I remember that. And not one person, well, at least not me. Let me speak for me. I didn't put you down. Let me say this, Ness. When you came back to the beef, well, first of all, when you left the beef sector and you said you had a Holy Ghost encounter, I did not say one negative thing about you. If anything, people said, Jay Wilson, she full of shit. I said, nope. I said, and let me say this. Again, Ness's testimony, I believe, helped somebody. I believe it helped somebody. I really do. I believe it helped somebody. And I refused to be, oh, yeah. I refuse that. But when you came back and started doing certain things, when you came back on my platform, I'm like, And then you say, well, Jay Wilson, why? And I know why. See, Ness, let me say this, niece. You ain't the only one who have discernment. I know why I'm in the beef sector. I know why I come on here. I have made up my mind. This is my job, and this is a work, and I can move on. If this dries up, I can move on to something else. But again, I still don't question your salvation. I question your tactics. I do question some motives, but that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all go on, y'all can say 55,000 things, and your followers can too. But I really don't care at this particular point. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I feel good today. I feel good because the church knows about Catherine and they have not pressed charges. I believe that that's why they probably didn't press charges a long time ago, to be honest. And all I'm going to say is, even if Catherine ain't crazy, if the church think that, I praise God for that, because that means that you ain't going. They're really trying to work with you. They're really trying to be patient. That's all. Okay, y'all. Anyway, I have made it home safe and sound. Um, I'm getting ready to um, take the dog for a walk, and I'm really going to be praying for Catherine, and that's no lie. Hmm. Yeah, and I hope they do what they need to do. And like I said, I don't know what um, Catherine is going through, but and let me say this, you all, she may have sent an email stating that she's homeless, but y'all, I'm gonna tell you, when your emails are pages and pages and pages, baby, after that first paragraph, I'm done. I'm done. I am done. So I am not denying that she could have sent something, but if she sent an email and how long them emails was, I'm like, girl, I know I ain't read it. See how honest I can be? I know I ain't read it. Most people who send me stuff are to the point. XYZ, 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 boom, 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 boom. They're not sending Gone with the Wind novels. They ain't sending anthologies and epics and short stories and girl, yeah, they ain't doing that. And so, you know, I don't have a problem with people knowing the date. Yeah, Salvation Army, they do. Let me tell y'all something. Salvation Army has housing for women with kids. They have housing for women with kids. If you got kids, they have housing for you. And they give you enough time so you can get on your own. Now, Itsy Bitsy, I will read it, but when things start getting real long and people start writing them long manifestos and shit, nope, mm-mm. Oh, Lord. So anyway, y'all, what else has been happening? Now, you all said that Tommy was saying some things, um, and I haven't really watched him. Um, now, somebody, so I haven't watched him, but somebody was saying that he's been saying quite a few things. But like I said, I don't really watch Tommy. I don't know what's going on with him. And again, because I just don't. So, but what else has been going on? Somebody said, speaking of the unwell, why you say that, pretty mama? Why you say speaking of the unwell? Daddy, they say you don't love me, Daddy. I know you love me, Daddy. Grandma. Ooh, Jesus. Girl, I ain't never heard no deep whining to make me upset, but ooh, that whining. But anyway, y'all, let me stop. Baby, it don't take too much to get them mad. Pretty mama, why you saying unwell? Why you say Tom is unwell? Well, I mean, who, what, when, where, how, why. Now, of course, for the show, I'm going to extend things out. And I am, and again, I know I can be boisterous, but that's my personality. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, yeah, Tommy broke a record with 8 people. Okay, I didn't. I don't go over and watch. And again, see, people really need to know that you're not the star of the show over here. Anything can happen in the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen over here. And when you start, and this is the thing, this is the really catch 22 with the beef sector. Those people really want you to talk about them. Because when you don't talk about them and when you ignore them, they become even more irrational. I mean, it's like they want the attention. And it's like I feel a connection, whether I like you or not, but I feel that there's a connection. And that's how they react. Hmm. I'm serious about that. And it gets really deep. That's why I'm saying people like, did you see? No, If they said something about me, no, I didn't see it. Can I see it? Yes, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to, and I'm not trying to. And that's the truth. Because I know why people want me to see it. I ain't interested in that. I know you in the bushes. I know you want me to be in the bushes, but I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Because I got better things to do. That's what y'all was saying when a content creator, another content creator, I guess, was talking about me real bad. Baby, I'm like, well, let them talk. I don't watch them. So it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But people want it to matter. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me get this air fryer. Okay. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Sugar. How they say, hey, Sugar. Paulette, it is real. It is real. And my look, I'm going to say this. I don't always agree with, I don't ever agree with ZX doxing people. I don't. I think it's weak. I think it goes to show where he is. But in this case, I am kind of happy in this case that he did call and that they said that she's not well. And because now, I know at least according to him that the church knows about her and knows about her situation. And again, it's not like she's losing a job, but when the church is not giving you the right hand of fellowship, they know something is wrong. And yeah, and again, we don't know why she left the first time or why she may have been forced to leave. We don't know. When she was saying that, her mom was inquiring about this stuff and so on and so forth. Yeah, you grown, but let me say this, y'all. You grown, but when you stand in somebody else's house until you get your own, then people got rules. And I don't think that somebody's parents, y'all. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but my mama and daddy was not concerned about my medical appointments because at the end of the day, they were just routine. But people are concerned when they want to know how you doing. If you know what I mean, how you doing? If you know what I mean. I'm gonna drop the link. It took y'all this time to know Catherine wasn't. No, no, no. Sometimes let me say this. It's a lot of people who may not be right in the head, so to speak. It may be a lot of people. But yeah. So I'm gonna say that. I'm not a psychologist. Sometimes I can tell things are a little off. People can be a little obsessive. Yeah. Okay. I'm dropping the link. Let me say this. I'm dropping this link. If you come up here, be respectful. We are not tearing people down. I don't want y'all to be calling folk out their name. We ain't doing that. If you can't get a lady a hand up, then don't say nothing. I'd rather you not. Okay? So that's what I'm saying today. Oh, Rico was on. Okay, I didn't even know he was on. I didn't know he was on. Y'all, I don't even know he was on. Kwani, I'm with you. And y'all gotta know that I don't have any enmity or any friction with Catherine. I don't. I really like Catherine. But there is a line that I stop at, you know. So yeah. So again, it's not I'm not responsible for Catherine's housing. There are many agencies in Philadelphia that can help. I'm sure. Now I will say this: if Catherine would have come to me um, and say, "Hey Jay, this is what's going on," or she would have typed something in the back chat, yeah, I wouldn't have had any problem trying to help. But that didn't happen. And so again, I'm like Kwani, I'm praying everything works with her. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know Rico went on. Like I said, I don't even know these people go on. I don't even watch. I don't even go over there no more. I really don't. So yeah. But I hope everything is going well with him. And so he's showing y'all that he has a air conditioning unit. Praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna say this. I hope he used that unit. Now I'm not trying to be shady, but baby, when I tell you New York is hot right now and Texas is hot right now, baby, people are perishing in this heat. I did see child where the people climbed the Empire State on the antenna. Then the man wound up putting the flag up, and then he proposed to his wife, and they locked him up. Jesus, keep me near the cross. They said they wouldn't tell her nothing. Okay, then. All right, so much going on. He was on Miss Intel budget. Okay, I didn't. I only heard what the people told me. And again, people like you need to go come and see. No, I'm really not interested. And the people who told me, they're credible. They're credible. You said that unit was blowing dust, girl, not dust. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone, baby. I'm gonna leave that alone too. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I just hope Catherine get the help that she needs. Um, but the unit was blowing out dust, girl. I had a question after witnessing the dressing challenge drama, but thought she was sweet. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we saw it. Well, I'm glad that Rico is blowing his air conditioner because again, baby, you can't make it in this heat. You have a whole heat stroke. Oh my God. See, 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 see. Said the man who has no teeth. Kwani, it depends. There are churches who have limits because the church is not a financial resource. The church has a lot. So let me explain something to y'all about church and also philanthropy. Some people use the church for a bank, and the church can only do so much. Now that's a big church. It is very big church, and I'm sure that they have a lot of people coming needing. And this is why churches should partner with nonprofit organizations too. Because I'm going to say this again: throwing money ain't gonna help. Now, there's a church in New Jersey. I cannot think of the name of the church right now, but they do a whole financial literacy class. They help people invest in the stock. They do things that's going to improve people's lives. They have a job placement service for the people. And during the pandemic, while churches was closing their doors, This church didn't have to close the door one time. You know why? Because people gave. Why did the people give? Because the church actually invested in the people. But some of these churches are paycheck to paycheck, just like some of these households, and they can't afford to give a whole lot of money for the most part. Hold on for y'all. Hold on for a minute. The girls are not well. What's up?
Ooh, cha.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm watching everything just like you.
Yeah, hold on for a minute. Um, Let me do something real quickly. I'm sorry. So, hey, what's going on?
I'm just watching this mess just like you. You will.
Let me say this. The churches even have limitations because the church still got to pay their bills and the church still has to pay salaries if people are on salary. So, again, I'm not trying to take up for the church, but this is where the churches go wrong. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? If you give a
Yeah.
man a fish, he gonna eat for a day. And the church has always fed the man for a day and not the lifetime. And churches really need to start dealing with social justice, start helping people with financial literacy and education. How many people need to get their GED? I mean, the church has to be that place. It's not only living here to go to heaven. You need to live on this earth. Okay, you ain't going no time soon, so you need to live here. And I think we are so heavily bound to we know earthly good that we don't prepare people for a life here. We always trying to prepare them for the ever after and not getting them here. So all I'm saying is I'm not dogging her church out. We only, again, we can only hear what they tell us. You know what I'm saying? She told us this, and I'm not saying that Catherine is a liar, y'all. I want to be very clear, but we can only go on what she told us. We have not talked to anybody at the church. I'm sure they would have a story too. And the whole goal is, okay, you hear both sides of the story, and from that side of the story, you kind of come to the conclusion of what happened and what really went on. So, yeah, what you think about this? And again, I'm not here to bash uh, I'm not here to bash Catherine. I'm not here to do any of that. But it's a lot going on. Go ahead.
Well, Pastor, I'm here to bash Catherine.
Don't bash her. Because
I
you
ain't
know
gonna do.
what?
I
I,
ain't gonna
I
do that.
don't
I'm just
I think
playing.
I think what ZX said,
I'm just playing. I
I
ain't
think
gonna
what
do
the
that.
church said, I think she may be having an episode. I really do.
You know what? I've seen this before. Now it may be not be the exact same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
At my area,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the time the church will just kind of let it ride out, try to keep
Mm-hmm.
it like under the radar, not ripple
Uh-huh.
the waters. And but if it get too bad, that's when you have to go legally. You know what I'm saying? If it don't settle down,
Mm-hmm.
you know where we can deal with this as a unit, the whole church, then they'll go to the legal.
Yeah, but this is the problem. See, a church that size, they should have a mental health component.
Correct.
They should. Not to say
They
that they
might.
do,
We
because
don't
we can't
know.
always depend on it. But
Yeah.
see, a good pastor knows his or her limitations,
Correct.
and they know that people with mental issues need to see a professional. And this is the
Correct.
problem. See, we choose these pastors to be God, and they ain't God. Every pastor shouldn't be your marriage
Correct.
counselor,
Right.
because
Right.
again, you may need a real marriage counselor.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing. Okay, now Catherine has been on panels doing this. This episode that she's going through right now, and
Mm-hmm.
every time a person like give her like a little advice, she'll stop it. She don't want you to tell her anything. She wants you to go along with everything she
Mm-hmm.
say, and that's a problem when a person they don't want to even just listen to you. And like some people are saying, she need to go to therapy. Oh, you think I'm crazy? No, that's not. That don't mean you crazy just because you go to a therapist.
You might need to be guided because maybe you're not
Yeah,
thinking in the right space.
I need somebody to talk to hear me out. A stranger. We're in a closed setting. I get to just say anything I want to with no judgment. And when I leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's not how the real world is. Like if you tell everybody your deepest stuff that you're going through, that's what create the problem because everybody know and everybody talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Just because
Mm-hmm.
you go to a therapist, you're not crazy. You're trying not to go crazy. You're trying not to go out of control. They might have to give you a value. They might have to give you something just to settle you down. You know, Catherine,
Mm-hmm.
right now, she can't even talk in a complete, like a complete sentence to tell you what her issue is. We know it has something to do with the church, but then it get flipped around here. Mom, they talk about my mama. She go talk about the doctor. She talking about the hospital. I'm homeless. This and that. It bounces around so much you can't keep up with her. You know, I
Yeah.
gave the preacher my
And
computer.
then and
Well,
then
have
you
you ever
start getting
talked to him?
paranoia
Yeah,
because
have
you
you ever
start
talked to
thinking
the
that
preacher?
everybody
No.
is talking about you or somebody's paying you. Like I said,
Yeah,
nobody ain't paid me. I don't know nobody at the church. I don't know nobody in Philadelphia, far
right.
as church wise.
And like the incident that she had, like the physical contact that she had with somebody out in the world, like at first she was saying it was a train. Now the day I hear it's a bus stop.
My mind.
Then supposedly the pastor had this person to come, like to approach her. No, the pastor ain't keeping up with you like that. That's your mind. It needs to be settled. You need to calm down where you could talk to us in a complete sentence to let us know, or a paragraph.
Hmm.
You can't even break it down to a paragraph and tell us what your issue is, why you're so upset.
And that's what I was getting to. And I wasn't trying to really fuss with Miss Catherine because we've heard the
Right.
story. And like I told her, I'm like, well, Catherine, if you keep on telling the story and nobody ain't getting it, then is it the people or is it the story? I'm like, because I know that I'm not dense, you know?
Yeah, I know I ain't crazy.
So I'm like, but I'm not understanding why are you
Mhm.
upset? Is it? And so when I thought I had it, so you're
Mhm.
upset because they took your ideas, your intellectual property, and
Yes,
they used it. And then she said, no, that's not it.
that's
I'm like,
not
well,
it.
what is it then?
And the preacher had my mama to call the police on me and put me out.
So okay,
Oh,
then
you
I said,
saying the
well, how
preacher
did you
had?
find that out? Did you? Well,
Yeah.
but it's everything. I'm like, it's like I said, give me 5 bullet points, and I didn't even get. I got two, one and a
They
half
got me
maybe.
put out of my apartment. But you said you were living with your mama.
Hmm.
Well, you say you didn't get evicted. Well, I got the police came and well, what are you saying? This been going on for weeks, but we
Hmm.
still don't understand the root of the problem.
Hmm.
We're not,
Well,
in
let me
a
say this. I
couple of
don't have a
weeks, we
problem
should
with
have been able to
Catherine.
tell us.
Miss
We should have been able
Catherine,
to figure this shit out by now. It's been
Miss
weeks.
Catherine. All we say is get the help you need, Miss Catherine. It's not a bad thing
Mm-mm.
to go to a therapist.
And
When
you ain't
I
got to
was
tell
going through,
nobody.
when I went through my stuff at Delta, because Delta was laying off, it was stressful.
Right.
And you got to think, your whole career can go up in flames. I went and talked. I talked to an African American woman who I was comfortable. I didn't look for her to give me validation. I just needed somebody to kind of walk me through, and she did an awesome job. And I was
Hey,
not
Pastor.
crazy. I was stressed the hell out.
Hey, Pastor. Now,
Huh?
look, with the story when it finally came out about her mama calling the police,
Hmm.
well, they just put in the chat that she just said her mother had served her eviction papers.
Mm.
See, more and more is coming out. It don't just your life don't change just overnight. You know, your mama ain't just got mad at you and put you out. It's been an issue in her house. For your parents to put you out, there's an issue with you as her child, as their child.
And this
Because
is the
they love
thing.
you more.
So this is the thing too, Paulette. This is what I'm saying, Catherine. Take a break.
Yeah.
Take a break. Take a
It's
break because I knew that this was gonna happen.
yeah, it's at this
And I
time
always said that I was going to talk about it, but what I don't want to do is her to come on and implicate herself. You know, now she can talk about her eviction with her mama and stuff,
yeah.
but when it comes to that man and that church, baby, I think they're giving her grace right now for the mere fact that they didn't put her up in the court system. And I
Mm-hmm.
and I keep on saying that because you know, for anybody else, they probably would have been sued.
And you know what, Pastor? Now years ago, see, they had turned her out of church before. Years ago. And
Well,
she
she said she went back, but she said that
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
And she lost weight and then went back in a suit, this
It was a pink
most
suit
beautiful
with a
suit
hat,
in the world.
and it was nice.
But she went back, I guess, and then she joined. And then she got mad because they didn't give her a baptism certificate. They figured out who the hell she was and told her to get out that church. The deacons came to get her and told her, you gotta go. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They had to get her back out. They had to turn her back out because they knew that she was gonna start trouble again. That's all that was, y'all.
Yeah. Let me say this
This don't work.
again.
I have
This
to
this
go
ain't
to
beat up
Detroit.
Catherine. I just think that Catherine. I think that she really needs to talk some things through. I think
It's,
that she needs to, talk to a counselor. I think that there may have been some traumatic stress. Let me say this, y'all. People are
yeah,
not homeless because they want to be homeless. People
no,
don't.
no,
No, people are homeless because of drugs, alcohol, mental health.
yes,
And let me say this too. A lot of people don't want to be homeless. You know what I'm
no.
saying? I know people living in cars because it's so expensive. So let's not pick at homeless either. I know a
No,
lot
I'm
of
not
people
doing
want to do
that.
that. But no, I'm not talking about you, Paulette. I'm talking about in general. Because I always tell people some people are just one check away from being
Yeah,
homeless.
it could be you.
Yeah, all you got to do is be at the doctor and you can't get to work or you use all your PTO. Now, let
Hmm.
me say this too, y'all. I'm going to say this, baby, get short term and long term disability. Yes, it's going to come out your check. But if anything happened to you, baby, you know that you're going to be all right. You know you're going to get enough money to pay for a few things. You may not be going on vacation a lot. Okay, you may be eating cheaper
Less.
quality of food that you used to, but you know you be getting stuff paid for. Please get, if nothing else, please get short-term and long-term disability. Please
Hmm.
get it because you don't ever know when you're gonna get sick. Or
And we're
it's not
out.
even with sickness, it could be an accident. You could be in a car
Yeah.
accident. Please get short-term disability.
But you know what, Pastor? Like when she came back this time, when she hit your panel,
Hmm.
I think you and Brian was up there and y'all was talking about what the elder storyline was at that time.
Hmm.
And she stopped y'all. She said, what y'all talking about ain't nothing. I
Uh,
got the
yeah, she
storyline.
did. She did.
You see, if you want the story, I got the storyline. This better than anything on the beast sector.
Yeah, she did say that.
And I'm just, hey, you got a storyline, all right. You got one now because honey, they don't start calling the church. It went too far this time, baby. And see, right after that, she went over to Lemons and she was talking about it
Yeah,
up there.
and that's the
And Goose
sad part, Paulette. Go ahead.
and Goosey was on the panel while she was talking about it.
Mm,
And the preacher
hmm.
that she was supposed to have got pregnant by is dead. She said that
Mm-hmm.
man name. And do you know Goosey pulled that man up while he was sitting there on that panel?
Yeah, because they do that.
You see what I'm
They do
saying?
that.
And I
Yeah.
and I you know what I said to myself? I was sitting there, I was saying, oh shit, your ass is out now. It was out right then. Today ain't the
Mm-hmm.
day that they got put her ass got out. It was that night over there at Lemons
Mm-hmm.
when Goose sit on that goddamn panel with her and pull that dead man up. His
Mm-hmm.
obituary.
Oh, let me say this too, Paulette. For the people who I'm going to be helping, I'm going to be sending the link tonight, and I'm going to give you the time that we're going to be meeting. I'm gonna ask y'all for some times at work, so just be ready for that. Thank you, because I just had to remind people.
And see that church by them being called, you know how they are called over and over and over. And
Yeah.
it's not just one person in the beef sector or the black sector
Mm-hmm.
that's calling. It's a whole bunch of people that's going on the
Well,
Facebook,
they say
any kind of
LSA. They say
contact.
LSA do it. They say the people on LSA will
Yeah,
be doing it.
they
So
they out for YouTube. Them YouTubers, they just on the
yeah.
troll pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of your favorite content creators. It's right there on over there
Let
on
me
this
tell you
beef
though, I
app.
don't go to LSA. I have never been. I don't know what's going on. They can be talking about me like a dog. I will never know.
Well, some people go by it like it's the Bible, but honey, them just regular smuggler content creators and trolls.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
all it is,
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
you're getting it from their point of view.
But I've been telling people that. Like I've been telling people, stop going into your doctor's appointments and taping that. Because some people have been shocked out their brains. I'm like, we don't need to know that. And
Mm-mm.
I mean, but people don't get it. And I'm like, this is when I know that people don't have no friends. They don't have nobody to really help them to say, hey, you don't want to do that because that's not going to be the best move for you.
Yeah,
Even with these relationships, now these people, y'all, I can't fathom again. People don't listen. I know folk don't like me, Tisa. I know people don't like when I tell them stuff. It's not because I'm trying to run you. It's because we done seen this or we know something gonna happen. Didn't I tell them people, hey, take your relationship off of YouTube because it's either gonna be the relationship or YouTube. People didn't listen, and then when it happened, then oh, it's my no. And
it's
this is
your
what I
fault.
keep
It's
on telling
your
y'all. I
own
am not
fault.
gonna take the purchase. I'm not gonna take the receipt for something I didn't purchase.
I know that's right.
I didn't purchase that. Y'all purchased that, and I'm not taking the receipt for it. And y'all learn how not to get hemmed up with what people think or their expectations or or of you. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. I don't. Let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
something, Paulette. Baby, you have never seen me come begging for money in a hospital room. I ain't trying to throw no shade, but in no hospital room. Now, again, people have given money, but you ain't never hear me say, "Ooh, my air conditioner out, y'all. What am I gonna do?" Never. Let me tell you something. They even tried to say I was begging when with the printer. Now, Paulette, I laugh at that. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all were picking at me because I went to the library to print it. And I said, well, I don't have a printer. I haven't had a printer since graduate school because that's the only time I used it, right? Baby, the girls had a printer. I didn't ask for it, but again, because y'all so hateful and try to throw shade that the girls bought it. Again, see, so again, I don't go around the way and do this. Let me say this, y'all. If I'm asking for money for something, you better believe I need it. Baby, if I say that y'all, I really need $2,000, baby, I need it. Now I'm not saying I need it because
I do.
look, girls are taking
I
it
do.
running. Well, I got you, Paulette. But
My
what I'm
cash
saying
is right
is,
there on the screen.
yeah, look. My thing is this though. If I ask for it because something is really going on, you better believe I need it. I don't come to people. I pay my own stuff.
But your
But
people donate to you though.
yeah, but my thing is, we're not asking for stuff every 5 minutes. We ain't asking for this. But I'm telling you, I hope the day never comes that I have to do that. But baby, I would bite my head off. People, you can ask my family. I would bite my head off before I have to ask anybody for anything. And it's not because I'm proud, but let me say this: to even get monetized and start putting my cash up, Vivian had to push me to do that because I didn't really want to do that.
Right.
So, but that's all I'm saying. People do that, but you don't ever see me do that. So if I ever did it, I really need help. And like even with Catherine's situation, I don't know what the lady needed, but
It just came out that she was homeless like
yeah,
last
and
night.
like I said, and then they were saying that I knew because I guess she sent me an email. But baby, let me tell you something. I like Catherine, but not only is she circular in explaining things, it's the same way in her written pattern. So when we didn't have that cooking challenge,
Right.
baby, I got a whole book. I'm like, I ain't doing this.
I
Let me tell you
remember
something.
that.
When I read that, I said, I'm canceling the whole shit. I said, if you got to do all of this just to do I ain't doing it. And then that's why I said I was going to do the banner challenge. All you had to do was create your banner and submit it. You didn't have to talk to me or nothing. Just submit the banner and that's it. It was real easy. But baby, when these challenges start getting hard and people thought, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And again, here come baby. But okay, so between Catherine and Lovely Love, I said, oh hell no. I said, oh hell no. Oh hell no. I said, I ain't doing this no more. I said, no cooking challenges, none of that. I ain't doing this no more.
I'm out of here. Yeah, Pastor said, I ain't gonna do this.
But I am getting ready to have another challenge. And I'm not going to tell y'all what it is until I'm ready to present it. Because baby, the girls always saying I'm trying to copy people.
Yeah.
Girl, now again, I don't have a problem with pizza. I don't have a problem with pizza. But I ain't never say, Miss Paulette, that I was starting a new sector. That's number one. I said I was just going to reactivate the House of Jay Wilson because I wanted to mentor people in the beef sector. And people talking about something, but again, I have good competitions that garner good pots. I have good trips. And again, let me say this. Let me say this to people. And I want to be very clear. I went on Carnival Cruise, not because we couldn't do anything else. Yes, there is Virgin Voyage. We could have went on Royal Caribbean. Hell, we could have went on Celebrity.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cruise ships. I have been on Royal Caribbean. I have been on Celebrity. I have been on Norwegian. I have been on a lot of ships, including Carnival. So we could have gone on a lot of cruises. But again, we went on Carnival because this was a lot of people's first cruise. And baby, I knew Carnival was going to be what the folk wanted. And it was definitely what the folk wanted. Was the food the best? Hell no. But did the people get their dance on? They did. Did Tracy get her burger? She sure did. Honey, Tracy got her burger and she got her liquor on. So what I'm trying to say is I wasn't trying to impress people. I wanted people to be able to afford it. Yep. Just because I can afford it, that doesn't mean anybody and everybody else could afford it. Right. I wanted everybody who wanted to come. And that's why I chose Carnival. I chose Carnival for that reason. I knew it would be affordable. Paulette, hold on.
Okay. He got me on mute. I didn't know that. But child, what do you guys think's gonna happen next with Catherine? Maybe she got enough money to get like her down payment on an apartment. and maybe the people at the hospital can help her like get placement. But see, I don't know what she would do about like her second month. Would she be able to afford it with her second month? And see, she had an apartment before she moved in with her mom, and something happened with that. She had got evicted, and then I don't know how long she been living with her mother. And she said something about her mother had called her doctor office because she had an appointment, and she was mad because I think they released some information to the mother. I don't know what information it was, but she was upset about that the other night. And then she said that the pastor had something to do with her mama called the police on her to get her put out of her house. And then, it come to find out that the pastor did not get in touch with the mother. The mother called the police for her own reasons. And what reason that is, I don't know. I'm thinking that Catherine probably stay up and just talk about this issue, whatever this issue is that she's been talking to us about it, and she probably talk about it with her mama 24 hours a day. And I'm sure that can get nerve wracking. Hearing the same thing 1,000 times a day. So I don't know, but I think it had to be kind of bad for her mother to put her out and the police to come to put you out the home. It's more than what we know, because life don't work like that. They usually you usually have to get a person go through the eviction process to get somebody out your house. They don't just put them out on the street. It's a process. And she might have exhausted her process on the eviction process. See, we don't know, but it's a reason for everything, you know. And like I said, hopefully this will help her. The donations will help her get her on her feet to get her a little start, to push start to be independent again. But the main thing I want her to do is to stay away from that church. Don't go back in there and bother them people. They don't want your presence there. I don't care if you say you're gonna sit there silently. They don't want you there. Find you another place, another church. They got a lot of churches. Every town have a lot of churches. So you need to just find another place. They'll even come pick you up if you don't have a car. Find one of those churches. You know, but I will stay away from them people. And don't wait the next 5 years and go back in there. Do not do that. If they change locations, get a bigger location, do not go to that new location. Leave them people alone. That's the best I can tell you on that. They don't want you there. I don't go places that I'm not wanted. I don't care what kind of outfit I put on. The clothes don't change a person. You're still the same person. And no matter how much weight you lose, you're still the same person. I can't say it no plainer than that. I would get plainer, but pastor say he didn't want me to act like that. I would, if I could break it down plainer, pastor will get on me because I break his rule. He gave me the rules at the beginning. And I had to go over the rules before I hit the link. Then I had to verify them again when I hit the link. Because I don't want pastor to rebuke me. I'm up here cutting up. I'm right on the borderline, ain't I? I'm right on the borderline of breaking the rule.
Miss Paulette, I'm back. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
What happened?
nothing.
Miss Paulette, you laughing.
Ooh,
What
I
happened, Miss
almost,
Paulette?
I almost broke your rules. Your
Oh
rule.
Lord.
You know
Okay,
the
Miss
rules
Paulette.
of this live. I almost
Mm.
broke them. Thank you for coming back, Pastor.
Oh my God.
I had broken down as plain as I could get it. There's different scenarios of this situation. I
But let me tell you something. She's not the only one.
I
Now,
know.
I'm going to say this, and I ain't going to even say no names, but I've seen content creators, they get so fixated that they keep on saying on these topics. They keep staying on the topic. And it's like, okay, so wow, it's almost like they want to die on that hill. It's like they can't let it go. So
Can't let
I've
it
seen
go.
people like that. I've seen many people like that. When people when I see a lot of filth, it's okay to have your house, disheveled, look lived in.
Little
But when
messy.
I see junk all everywhere, some ain't right. Some ain't right. I'm being real. Some ain't right.
Something
When
ain't right.
Let me tell you something. If I cook and if it's like a oniony thing, I gotta spray. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that smell to be. I'm really, and so I'm very sensitive to smell. And my
Hmm.
thing is, yeah. And so when you have trash and I don't understand how people be leaving sandwiches under the bed and I'm like, who does that? And it's like something ain't right mentally. And so I've seen some things
I
myself,
have too.
but you can't say everybody crazy.
Mm-mm.
Some people just lazy and didn't have
Everybody
no
do.
home training.
No, everybody don't do that.
Lord Jesus. I ain't trying to
Mm-mm.
be funny, but this people who really don't click. And I'm just saying, and the thing is, people, it seems like people who know that therapy is very important are balanced. It's the people who fighting against it that just seems like, yeah. And some of them know they ain't right, but just don't do that. So anyway, it's just really interesting, y'all. That's all I got to say. But I'm gonna tell you, I am not talking about Miss Catherine.
I
I
ain't.
just hope that she get the help that she needs, and that's all I'm
She
gonna
need a
say.
good talker to.
No, I think there's something going on. I think there's something going on, and my thing is hopefully that the light comes on. You know what I'm saying? That something clicks to
It's gonna
say,
come on.
yeah, that
I
because
think
let me
it's
tell you
getting
something.
ready to
I don't
come
want to
on.
hit. I don't want to come on when you hitting rock bottom though.
It's getting ready to come on, Pastor.
Mm.
You hear me?
Uh-huh.
It is. That light getting ready to
Okay.
shine brightly.
Mm.
It's getting ready to shine bright like a diamond.
Well, oh child, don't talk about a diamond, baby, because you know the people. Let me see. Jay Wilson, Tommy, and Castro are threatening each other. You know what?
Oh
I don't
my
even care. I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. Because people
God.
have been telling them to leave each other alone. But let me say this, y'all. I think that's the mental mess. I think that's a lot of mental illness. I think that's some childhood trauma. It's something not right there either. But let me say this, y'all. You cooking for the man. You got the man at your house and you know you're on probation. And it was just a matter of time that y'all was gonna fall out. Because y'all ain't good for each other. It's just like you like milk, but you lactose intolerance. So you know it's gonna kick the hell out your stomach when you drink it, but you like the taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need to get some lactate. Okay? Get
Okay.
your lactate, baby. Stop messing with this dairy like that. Find
I
somebody that's gonna work for you. but you know, people are saying, I hope they find love. No, no, because as long as you all don't get the help and the counseling you need, this will always come up.
I just don't want them to get in
And
trouble.
then this is the thing. And let me say this too, Miss Paulette. Not one time have I asked any of them hoes to click my link. Talking about something, Jay Wilson making money off of us. Oh, okay. Well, but nobody didn't tell you to come on here. And my thing is, you don't come on because you come over here because you know you want the attention. And any attention is better than none. And trust me, they really want to come back over here. But they don't want to be shamed because after they talk all that mess, then they come back on over here. And like I said, I ain't denying nobody to come on up.
Come on over here, guys.
Jay, Tommy was on Rico link trying to read you today. Let me tell you something. After seeing the walls from both of them, I'm all right. Trust me, I'm not worried. And let me say this too. My air conditioned vents are central. I have a unit. Okay? And I can actually pay my electric bill. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna let y'all sit with that. Miss Paulette, I'm gonna let them sit with that. And I ain't trying to be shady. But again, people want your attention so badly. And they always talking about somebody talking about them. And then when you don't talk about them, they still want to talk about you because again, they like the attention.
We'll give it to them.
Castro admitted Tommy's parents don't want to deal with him because he's an alcoholic. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Jerry, they say you don't love me, Jerry. Tell them you love me. I'm like, OMG, grandma. I'm like, oh my God. And I know his grandma would be looking at that phone, be like, oh shit, I sure don't want to answer this right now. Baby, you got to be in a mood to deal with that.
He better enjoy it, I tell you that. Because one day they ain't gonna be able to answer the phone.
Okay, they ain't gonna be able to get you out of jail.
You better enjoy it while you can, baby.
And this is the
Don't
thing.
abuse it.
I don't know why that man is so mad at me. I didn't make him go to jail. I didn't press charges. And I think they always, and again, it's no accountability on their part.
I thought you and Castro was straight though.
Oh no, Castro is upset because again, and let me say this. I don't have a problem with them young men at all. I really don't. But they have done some things that I just say I don't ever want to hang around you all because it's not safe, because people will misconstrue things as that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't help certain people because then you'll be trying to sleep with them. Everybody want to see, everything is a sleep with, everything you want to get with them. So they have been sexualized so much that everything is a sex act to them. You can't really have a friendship with them because again, it will turn into that. And when people tell you they dream about you, then you know already what you're getting into. So
Somebody
I'll leave it alone.
about you, child.
Yeah. He said it was the TV and it was the last thing he saw. So he had an old nasty piece of dream.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I'm going to say this. I like Tommy. Because I'm going to tell you why I like Tommy. Tommy will work. He will get his ass out there and work. Even though now it's going to be harder for him with this felony, but he will work. The other one, I don't know. See, Tommy is what you see, what you get with Tommy. What you see is what you gonna get.
What you see is what you
he's
get.
crazy as Cat P, and you know he crazy as Cat P. You know that already. But Castro try to be demure and try to act like he's innocent, but he's not. And he's really sneaky. He's really sneaky. And again, I don't have a problem with him either, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the
Well,
other one,
they had been a topic lately, so it's about
yeah,
time.
child, but girls are
Mhm.
not well. And you can counsel you can't counsel mental illness, baby. You can't. Castro is the slowest liar I heard in a minute. Not the slowest liar.
Well, I don't want to be nobody counselor on here. I wouldn't want that responsibility.
Mm-mm.
And Pastor, you shouldn't claim it.
No, I'm not. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, you shouldn't claim that because people trying to put it on you. But
Oh no,
uh,
no, you can't put that on me because again, I live way in Texas. I ain't never told nobody to go clock nobody over the head. Let me tell you, when Castro showed that pow pow, I said, Tommy, you need to press charges. I mean, this man has a pow pow.
mm,
No, Jay Wilson, and you trying to okay. Then when Tommy came over that boy's house, I said, Castro, you need to press charges. No, all of that foolishness, okay? But again, nobody pressed charges, but I knew the day was gonna come that somebody was going to have a problem. And now we have a problem. And now they tell me that Castro is on probation. Not
that's what
only
I heard. They both is on
they
it,
both on probation.
and I was saying, how that happened?
I don't know. But at the end of the day, nobody should be cooking food for nobody.
Mm-mm. No, ain't no more eating. No, not until
Not the
that.
Star Spangled Banner, Angelica. Is the video still up? Angelica, where can I find it? Not the Star Spangled Banner.
What happened?
Lord, not this one. Hold on for a minute. Paulette. Girl, not the Star Spangled Banner, Jesus.
Somebody showing out for the 4th of July.
Okay. Oh, say, can you see? Hello.
They starting
How
early.
are you doing this morning? I mean, this evening.
I'm doing well.
I wish I could say the same.
Okay, why you not doing well?
Well, I'm a little flustered because people have been saying things about my family and me, and I just kind of don't appreciate it because I'm not doing that to them. Whatever may have happened, but I don't understand why my situation is such of a topic to them for their audience to believe, and it's sad. I don't like that. That is
Well,
so.
who are you talking about?
I prefer not to say that person's name.
Okay, okay. Well, my thing is this though. I have a question to ask you, and I want you to be honest about it. Didn't that person pick you up, and didn't that person cook food for you, and didn't that person tell you to get off the phone? So my question is, Castro, why do you all keep going back to each other doing this? It's like you all are torturing yourselves. Can't y'all just move on? Because y'all always say y'all moving on, and then y'all don't. And see, this is what I want you to get. We're not upset because you dating him and nobody is jealous. We're just bewildered and perplexed that you would put yourself through that. He would put himself through that, knowing what he has to do and knowing what you have to do. And my thing is, why even play those games, Castro? I don't hate you. I just hate some of the stuff y'all do because it always comes back to this. And I
But Jay
don't
Wilson,
understand that. And I know
but
y'all grown, but then y'all do it on YouTube, and people gonna talk about it. Go ahead.
I know they're gonna talk about it, but at the same time, Jay Wilson, it's like I'm not playing. I'm not taking this seriously. Other parties are taking this really, really seriously, and I know how this game goes. I've been here for how many years now? So therefore, for anybody to feel as if I'm flirting with you or as if I'm just doing the most, they are delusional because I mean that's not what it
Well,
is.
okay, you just answered your own question. Because if you know they are that, then you will never have a good relationship. Because if it's me, then it'll be your friends, then it'll be somebody. It will always be somebody trying to get close to you in their eyes. So why continue to feed it? Because I thought it was odd that he told you to get off that damn phone because he was extremely pissed off. But the
Well, I
same
must
thing
say
he
that
said at the
I have
club, he
issue with
said
that.
he thought you was talking to somebody at the club. And so he wanted to fight at the club. So Castro, it's not anything new. Why do you expect anything to change? The only person you can change is yourself. And this is what I'm saying. Go talk to somebody because it seems like y'all keep doing the same thing. And maybe you just need to talk to somebody to get you to see a different perspective. Because Castro, if your belly get hungry, that's not the person to call.
But you know what? I want you to know this. I have a family, and I have never ever really asked anybody to feed me, but people will feed me though.
So
But
my
I
question
want
is this then. My question is, why did you get in the car with him and why did you go to his house? What prompted you to do that? What prompted you to do that? Because I'm
for me.
curious, because you do have a family. I see you eat. I see you cook. So why did you even do it?
For me, you guys just don't know everything, and about the situation. But you know, it is what it is. It
Well, what is
happened.
so
You
important
have
that you
to.
will forego your happiness and sometimes your safety to do this? I mean, Castro, I mean, is the booty that good? Is the dick that good? I'm just saying because if that is that the case, you know, it's plenty of dick in Arkansas. I'm sure it's plenty of ass in
Well,
Arkansas.
I'm not sexually active with nobody, whether
Well,
it's
okay then. So is
a
it the
man.
is it the so is it the thrilling, invigorating conversation y'all having? Is he that intellectual that you like? Ooh, I just gotta be over there. Or does he just cook good and you just need somebody to cook for you? And then you go back home after you finish eating. I'm just trying to figure out what is it.
Jay Wilson, it was nothing. You know, it was not. It
No, no,
was
no,
like
Castro. See, you
intellectual. It
playing, you
was
playing
like
like another content creator because again, it had to be something that you got in the car. It had to be something that you were on that phone, and then
Jay
Castro.
Wilson.
We didn't even know y'all
Jay
were
Wilson,
together until
Jay
that
Wilson,
situation. It had to be something.
there's no one together, to really. There's no one to be together with. You know, I have not been with anybody, but I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, if I want to be with that person, maybe I could, but I don't know. But I want that person to be happy. That's it.
Well, if
I
you
don't
want to
have
be
any.
happy, and if happy means that he ain't going to jail on probation, then do you want him to be happy?
Yeah, I want him to be. I
Because if
want him
you
to have
wanted him to be
things.
happy, then
My
you'd be
family
like, no, we got to
is
move on. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Just kiss and say
I don't know
goodbye.
about that. I don't know about that kissing
Well,
stuff,
then
but
just say
um,
goodbye.
yeah.
Because Castro, you look, I mean, it gets this way when you all start fighting. And then it becomes ugly. And then it becomes to the point where people start revealing things. But again, you keep going back, or he keeps going back. So somebody has to be strong enough to say, okay, we need to move on. Because this is the thing, Castro. Y'all shouldn't even be in vicinity of each other. Y'all shouldn't even be having conversation on YouTube because it's dangerous. And I think I think somebody's not going to have a freedom.
Jay Wilson,
And
I
I
have
just think y'all
people
need
that
to
I talk
stop.
to. I
Huh?
have I have people that I talk to, so therefore, I'm not with that person as like you guys think I am. I mean, that's not somebody that I'm with.
But hey, Castro, how long ago was that situation? How
That was
long ago was it?
about 4 weeks ago. About
Okay.
4 weeks ago.
You act like it's been 7 years.
Or 4 or 5, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't know how many weeks it has been, honestly, because I don't really think about that because I'm not there right now. I don't live in the past, so
And
we gotta
Castro, you
be
was
in the
playing
present.
games though. Cause I want to catch this Castro, because I'm not mean, but you were playing games. Ooh, I'm with my lover. Let me kiss him. And I'm like,
Look, I was with a lover. I
yeah.
was with a
We
lover,
know who it
but
was.
it wasn't who y'all thought it
Yes, it
was
was.
at
Okay
that
then.
time.
Okay then. Why
It
did
was not
somebody tell
that
you to get off
person.
that phone? So again, Castro. Okay. So you mean that you was cheating on your lover to go over Thomas' house later on? That's what you was doing?
Well, sometimes people get cheated on, and so therefore, or you
Oh,
may have
okay.
a hiccup in your
Okay.
situation, so therefore you may step out and do other things. I mean,
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
happens. I mean, if you're not official, you're not official. So
Mhm.
therefore, you have the right. Just like if you wanted to step
Well,
out on Mark,
but
you
let me say
could
this, but you got the hell off that phone.
because my phone went dead.
No, no, You said I'm getting off now. That's what you said. I'm getting off
I don't remember.
now.
I don't recall that. I don't
Yeah,
recall that.
I recall it. Everybody recalled it because it was on this channel. You said I'm getting off now. I'm like, damn. I hope he ain't getting his ass whooped because that's what you said.
But Jay Wilson, can I ask you this? Do you find that funny that I got my ass? Well,
No,
allegedly.
I don't find it funny. I find it quite sad that no. Let me tell you something, Castro. Don't try to put it on me. You are a grown man. You put it out there. You didn't think that was gonna happen because
And you didn't think that it was
and then we saw that. But let me tell you something, Castro. You do what you want to. My thing is, y'all put it on. Folk talking about it, and then y'all get mad when shit happens.
You are parading about it, which I don't understand.
You know, Castro, come on, man. Don't try to put your shit on me. I didn't buy this. Don't give me the receipt. You got in that car with him, and you let him ride over his house.
You are more of a mature man, and for you to act in those ways, I didn't appreciate.
I'm a more mature man, but let me say this. Let me say this, Castro. Don't pull that shit because let me say this, Castro. Don't pull that mature man shit because Castro, I've been trying to help you since day one, since you came on here with Tommy, and you did not look. You blog and you act like nobody. No, don't play because you don't. You always talk about you respect me, and then you want to be mature and all of this, and you this and this. But then when I give you mature advice, you don't listen to it. No, sir. You can't blame me for that because again, if you respected my maturity when I told you, it's either gonna be YouTube or your relationship, and you chose YouTube. And I'm sorry that your relationship ended like it did, but I told you that before. And again, maybe you don't like me because I'm telling you that, but again, it wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong.
But you don't like the fact that someone can call out your imperfections. You don't like
that.
But
hold on. I'm not getting my ass whooped on camera. I'm not getting my ass whooped on camera. I'm not sitting here crying about it. I'm not sitting up here on your channel crying about it, though, Castro. See, that's the thing. So don't try to whoop that on. I'm not sitting here crying about it and telling me about it. You don't see me talking about some Castro. You talking about me because I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
See, that's the whole thing. I don't give a fuck what you got to say about me. So again, this is my show, and I don't give 5 fucks about it.
Well,
but obviously, you don't get you do. I know. But my thing is this: I said, Castro, take that off. Castro, stop putting your business out there. So again, did you think everybody was gonna say, "Oh my God, poor Castro"? No. Some people are gonna say, "Well, damn, you still with that?" I mean, Castro, the first time you got hit, your ass should have been gone. You should have been like, but do you like yourself enough to stay in some shit like that?
Myself. And do you like yourself? Because
no, let me tell you something. I like myself not to get abused. I like myself enough not to get abused and let some man beat me and go back to him. So again, that's you. And you put that on there. Okay, I said, Castro, call the police. No, you wanted to be Hercules and got your ass whipped. I told you to call the police.
I didn't have to be Hercules.
By learn how to take accountability for your own shit. You are not putting that shit on me. And my thing is this: if you find a father figure, ain't your uncle talking to you or something? Don't your uncle say don't do it? But let me tell you something, Castro. You don't even listen to your own damn mama. Your own damn mama came over to your house and you laptop. You don't even listen to your own damn mama. So I know you ain't gonna listen to me. And that's the problem right there. So again, I'm sorry you feel that way, Castro. But my thing is this: stop putting it out there. And the thing, you don't see my imperfections. I ain't put my relationship on out here and all of that stuff because it ain't none of your fucking business. But since you put it out here and people talk about it, now you want to get pissed off. But you don't ever hear me coming to your channel crying to you about what you said or what I heard you may have said about me, because again, I don't give 5 fucks what you think.
Jay Wilson, we are in the beef sector. This is what go down, and I don't understand why.
It went down there, and you got your ass whipped, and you was embarrassed, and then that boy was cooking cornbread for you, and you was flirting, and you said, "Castro, you better get off that phone." You said, "I'm getting off now. I'm getting off now." Okay, because you sound like you was about to get another ass whooping. Girl, don't. And then you up there playing in the folk face, and then that junk wound up blowing up in your face. Baby, don't play with me. I do not take the receipts to shit I didn't buy. Oh my God, baby, I'm laughing. I just can't believe that you would even come up here with this bullshit. Shut up, let me drink my coffee. This is funny as hell.
You are.
This is funny as hell.
I don't.
This is
I
funny as
hardly
hell.
believe it.
Castro, go find some spaghetti to stir in that igloo. I would
I
rather
will.
see you go ahead and cook than get your ass whooped. I'm just sorry. I'm
I
just
mean,
sorry.
hey, you can't
And
win them all.
then you
It is
clicked
what
on
it
the
is.
link,
But
and again
we
you be
are
talking
aware
about
that.
something. Jay Wilson is using me. Ho, I didn't even tell you to click on the link today, but you did it, didn't you? Again, I don't
did.
force you to
It
do
was by
shit.
choice, not by
Okay,
force. It was
I'm
by
just
choice
saying.
because you
All
was
right,
talking about me. So therefore, I felt
okay,
like I
go
needed to
ahead.
address a few things that you
Tom
had.
said he
had.
don't like to be
That's it.
downplayed. He sure don't like to be downplayed.
Jay Wilson, are you drinking?
I'm drinking coffee, yes.
Oh, I thought you were drinking that Moscato again. I didn't know.
Oh, that
'Cause you-
Moscato was hot, but no, I don't drink like y'all. No, I know my
Well,
limits.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you came off like you was coming like you may have had a sip or two, and you kind of was a little aggressive towards me. You know, like, oh my goodness, I'm just coming over here to just have a
No,
conversation. with you.
because you try to play in folks' face, and I can see you,
I'm
Castro.
not
You're not
trying to
that
play in your
smart.
face.
You're really not that smart. And like I said, I still have issues with you because you can be a liar too, and you really try to provoke people, and you think you're slick. And I see that. And again, so it is what it is. But I mean, do what you got to do. I don't hate you. I just see who you are.
But Jay Wilson, you make it seem like I'm just a bad person. Like I'm
No,
just
but you
sneaky.
do shit. You do shit,
You
and you try to be
do the
demoralized,
same thing
and you do
too.
shit.
You do the same
But
thing.
no, but I don't do stuff that somebody come and crack me over my damn head. I don't do that kind of shit. I don't do shit that get me a broom over my head. I don't do that shit because a bitch hit me with a broom. That be the last time they hit me with a broom. See, that's the difference right there. That's the difference right there. Because I like me too much for you to be laying hands on me. Oh hell no! I like me too much for you to be laying hands on me. Oh hell no! And see, that would have been the last time. So no,
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
we go through things. We go through. We go through.
I ain't never
things.
been through that shit. Speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, hey, Joe Wilson, everybody has not been a fan of yours, and you have been a good
And I don't
old.
care. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't come here for people to like me. I come here to make my money. Greenback. Moolah, moolah, moolah. I don't care if you don't like me. Bitch, if y'all didn't like me, I would have been gone a long time ago. Do you think I give a fuck? Hell no. I come on here to make my money. And when I click off with you, I'm going to go right on, take this shower, and go to bed. Because it's not all that deep, Castro. You the one who gotta have your whole life in here talking about this is what I'm doing and all that. Nobody don't give a damn about that.
Jay,
you called that man when he was on a date. That man was on a date and you called that man.
I did that for a reason.
Oh my God, why is he calling that man on a date?
Hell, I didn't know they was together, but at the same time, I wasn't worried about that. I told him plenty of times.
Happened that
Whatever
day
happened
on that time.
it can happen. But at the same time, I just don't want to be around it. I don't want to be around that stuff. That's it.
Y'all need to get some WD-40 for that damn dome because it's squeaking and shit.
Well, like you say, our house it was built in the 50s, so hey, it is what it is.
Okay, come on, Civil Rights House. Okay.
Civil Rights House at its finest, baby. We got Harvard.
We know about that door, baby. I ain't seen a window slit in those since I was a little boy. Damn, go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, I would hope people can just move past this. It's not really nothing big. No one's trying to hurt anybody. Just know, sometimes people have a course of where they may just run out from each other. They just not going to be together anymore, and it is what it is. Ain't nobody mad.
Y'all done went through all the men in Arkansas. Y'all can't find no new men. Y'all done gone through all of them.
Well, it's not. Well, Jake Wilson, you make it seem like we're whores. We're not. I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore. If I wanted to be a whore, I could just download a few apps like you have done in the past, and just find anybody in your
Okay.
But it's not a big deal though, because we all are grown. Jake Wilson, that's what grown folks do.
Go ahead, grown folk. Do what you got to do.
If you ain't married, you probably have to try to find somebody to screw on. Hell, it is what it is.
Okay.
How did you and Mark meet?
Look at the video. It was on. We talked about how we met, and I think you should know how we met.
Look, how many years that was? That was a long time ago. I don't know. That's a lot of videos. You have a lot of videos.
All right. Well, you should know. You remember everything else. You should remember.
Okay.
You see how that goes? You see how that goes? Because see, again, you're not dating him, and he ain't dating you. See, again, that's why I keep, because I'm not interested in you, and you ain't interested in me. So again, why should you be back? Because I have somebody.
Of course, I know you got somebody. I never text your phone. I never emailed you something
You
salacious at all.
did. You did.
At all.
No.
And you never did the same to me. So we good. In
Okay.
my
Okay.
book,
We are. Mm-hmm.
it was just about business for that one little time. I talked to you on the phone one time. That was it.
One time.
I didn't
One
run
time.
back to YouTube. I didn't run back to YouTube talking about that because that was personal.
Mm-mm. It
It was it.
was. And it was to help you out.
I know it was, but you got the wrong help because I mean, well, never mind. I don't want to bring
You
her
don't
in.
go there, girl, because I don't want her coming for you.
She already came for me, and I didn't even send for her. So it is what it is.
Mm.
But I
Yeah.
I like her too. I hope she don't get mad listening to this. Look, I'm gonna keep it where it's at. It is what it is. I still support your channel. You
So
and
what you
Simon.
think about Lemon and Triple Red X? Do you think that Triple Red X was coming for Lemon?
Well, honestly, I think they were just cool. It may have got blown out of proportion, but I don't think nothing like sexual or some type of attraction was going on. They
Really?
just they were just being boys. I mean, being boys. That's it.
Okay. So do you usually send people a Selena Gomez "Dreaming of You" song?
No, I do not. But
Okay.
I do sing. I do send out maybe others like AI songs to other people. If they want to listen to it, that's only. But
Mhm.
I don't think it was anything there with them. I really don't think that, because if it was, we would have seen a whole lot. Honestly, we would have seen a whole lot. So I think
Okay.
Triple Red X and
So
Lemon
when
are
did you call
good.
somebody 36 times?
Well, sometimes that may happen. That may happen. You have a little bit too much to drink because I done had moments where like
Yeah, I remember because I remember that little message you left Shamar. Yeah, I remember that.
that was way before that. That was way before that. I
Yeah, but
mean,
I remember though. You said drunk calls, and that was a drunk call.
but
Wasn't that a drunk call?
I never called Shamar.
Well, how did
I,
he
I,
get the
I
message?
that was on Instagram. Instagram has a way where you can
But you still left a message though, and your voice was still on there. Oh, okay.
But he can tell you, and we look. Me and Shamar have already cleared this up. I didn't
Okay.
send him anything.
No. We were talking about drunk calls. You don't have anything to clear up. We were just talking about drunk calls.
But
What's
I
up,
wasn't drunk.
Stephen?
I wasn't drunk when I hit him up on the back end.
Oh, you
Yes,
did that sober? Oh God. Okay. Ooh, that says a lot. Okay, I
couldn't
thought you
believe
did
that?
that was drunk. I was trying to give you some grace, but you did it while you were sober. Okay.
I was sober. I mean,
You threw Tommy right under the bus.
I was mad at one party.
You threw Tommy
I was
under the
mad at
bus.
a party, and I just kind of wanted to let him, let that person know about how I felt at the time when I was mad at the person. But now, it's nothing because he kind of, well, I don't even want to go back there because that's so old. Jay Wilson, why are you bringing that up for? I mean,
I thought it was a drunk call. What's up, Stephen?
What's up, Jay Wilson?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Is my sound coming through okay? Let me say this. I just got this one quick thing to say about the Triple and Lemon thing. I don't know why Triple thought he was special to think that he has something special with Lemon. You should listen from history. Lemon drunk calls everybody. He been on the phone with Jay Wilson, me.
No,
Rick.
not on the phone with me. He just did something behind the scenes. I know Lemon don't have my phone number.
Well, no, it's the same play. Well, I mean, IG, phone call. I mean, it's all the same.
Well, it was
thing,
on
a video.
StreamYard, and it was on this. So,
But that's how he could get to you, though, Jay Wilson.
Okay, but you just act like he called me. I just wanted to straighten that up. Wanted to straighten that up.
Yeah, straighten that up. Okay, so he had you on the StreamYard.
Okay, that's yes, I can agree with that. Yes.
Okay, and then he had called me on IG, and then the same with Rick. So I mean, Triple, you ain't special, boo. Like, why did you think that you had something special? You was wanting him to. You was wanting something more from Lemon, and that's what it was.
Do you think so? I think Triple was playing the long game. Because again, why you calling that man 30 times? Why you calling that man 30 times? Why you leaving them messages on that man? Why you sending Selena Gomez's songs on there? I can't. Stephen, and you know he did it to you, but my thing is
Triple was on a rebound. Triple was on a rebound, and he was looking for someone to replace his ex with. He said he just got out of a relationship with that nigga dogging him, and he was looking for Lemon to replace him with.
Okay, so say if you're right, but this is the thing. Triple is a gay man. Lemon is straight. Triple is a gay man. Lemon is straight. See, you can't even hold your laughter.
Okay.
See, we can talk about how thirsty the man is. I don't
Mhm.
doubt that could have been that. But what I'm trying to get to is Triple is a gay man and Lemon is straight. Okay,
But Jay,
that's all I'm
Jay,
gonna say.
I have gay friends. I mean, not gay friends, but I have straight friends, and they fuck with me.
They
Mhm.
send you love songs. Listen,
Mhm.
I
They
be
don't send me love songs.
dreaming.
They send me things that like on what's on social media.
But that's different.
Would they show you
This
their
is
body
different.
talking about some Castro? You like this? You like what you see in Castro? And then they start laying back, touching their chest. Do they do that to you?
Play with the nipples. Big
Yeah.
hard, erect nipples.
Yeah. Yeah, Castro, they do that to you?
I heard crickets.
Okay.
Excuse me, I got choked up.
Oh Lord, he choked us. Boy,
Yeah, you sure did show.
he got something down his throat, honey. He got something down his throat.
Throat
I'm gonna
challenge.
have to
It
go on
went
mute.
down the wrong windpipe.
I have to get some water.
Throat
You guys have to go on
challenge.
mute for a second.
Mm-hmm. Castro was getting a little touched over there. You said hard nipples, baby. That's enough for him.
I said hard, erect nipple.
Mm. So again, I understand what you're saying, Stefan, but as my point, as I said, Lemon is straight, Triple is gay. And that's it. And that's the biggest thing. Because people are saying, well, he was trying to set up Lemon. He was trying to do
Jay
this.
Wilson, why are we
Okay.
go pretending this whole thing about women being straight? Like, I mean, like, why are we still playing this delusional
Because
game?
he
This is
playing it.
stupid.
Because he playing the game.
It's so
Because he
dumb,
playing the
though.
game.
Like, dude, just come out of the closet. Like, it's not that big a
Well,
deal.
he don't
It's
have to
20
come out because it's
it's
helping his numbers.
2026.
And baby, as long as these ladies have
Okay,
hope,
is it the thrill of people not knowing exactly what he is? Like they don't have actual confirmation. Is
well,
that
baby,
what the
but the
lure to
ladies,
this is
the ladies think they still have hope.
on his end?
I think Lemon is using this for his
He
advantage.
exited, so it messed my sound up, Jay Wilson. I gotta sign it down and come back in.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. Child. My. But let me say this. If Lemon come out straight gay, baby, Lemon is using this for his advantage. A, the women still have hope. B, they still gonna send him a little money. C, he'll still have a straight man over there because he's still claiming straight. But then he'll still be playing with the gay boys, and the gay boys might have hope. Baby, Lemon is planning all of the folks' faces. And he knows what he's doing. He's a thespian, not a lesbian, but he's a thespian. Okay? He wears the mask. My. And let me tell you something, Lemon. You might as well go on to Hollywood because, baby, you can get on that old nasty piece of casting couch. Okay? Honey, you would make it. Go ahead.
But no, Triple, you ain't special, boo. You ain't special at all. And have we ever seen you? Do we know what you look like cammed up, Triple? Why you think that?
Stefan, it sounds like you got some problems with Triple. What's your problem? It sounds like you got some issues with Triple. Did you and Triple go through something?
No, I don't know that man from a camp.
Come on now. It seems like there's some enmity somewhere.
No, low self-esteem from his side. Like he's trying to make it seem like because he talks proper, like he's all these intellectuals and
well, you talk proper.
A bunch of people in this sector talk proper and talk like they sound intelligent. You ain't
and somebody said yes, we seen him. They say he's a attractive man. They said that you sounding jealous.
Wait, am I jealous of Triple? Am I jealous of what Triple have with Lemon? Is that what I'm jealous?
Both.
No, I showed Lemon the door. Get that straight.
Oh, okay. Oh, you showed him the door. Okay.
I seen him
okay. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, I showed Lemon the door. That's what happened.
Now stop trying to say that man jealous, but I just thought y'all had some beef or something. How y'all was? I mean, And I mean, sound like a little beef there. I admire Triple. I like how he came in and how he brought them receipts and how he was very calm and handled it and didn't call people out of their name, just provided receipts and stuff. I admired him. I'm like, okay, I know the girls was hating, but I'm like, I really like, and he was not circular in his answers. He was very direct. I thought it was kind of tacky for people to ask him when was the last time he had sex.
Yeah, that is a little bit crazy. That one is crazy, but all of us, we would have stayed onto the phone with her. But a lot of us,
Triggs is no friend, but there are no friends on YouTube, and this is why I think Lemon should have had his guard up at all times. I mean, there are some red flags. He said that Lemon love bombed him, and he love bombed Lemon right back. So it seemed like he was giving what Lemon was putting out.
Right. Well, when you find someone that has low self-esteem, that is on looking for a rebound and stuff like that, that's what you're gonna find. I mean, like when you can't get in real life and you gotta come on StreamYard and try to find.
Well, why did Lemon come on to you? Because he came on to him for a reason. Why do you think he came on to you?
I think he's casting his fishing line out and seeing whatever will bite.
Okay. Come on, bite.
Triple bit. And, that played its chorus.
Okay.
You had to find someone that was, on a rebound, that had low self-esteem enough to take that bite. And the rest of us didn't. We showed him the door. But that's all. I mean,
I think it's very interesting, your take on this. And the girls saying it's giving jealousy. They said it's like, he was getting a little close and stuff, and it may have had something to do.
Thing is that I had Lemon before Triple did. Like I already had him in that position. So
did you have him in that position? Okay. Come on, position, new position, work it for me, stroke it for me, ride the boat, come on, work the middle, new position. Come on now, Stephen.
Middle position.
I had him first. Come on now. I just let you have them. Okay. Okay, Stephen, you giving I would have had your daddy, but your man was player hating. Okay, I see you.
No, but
I know. Let me tell you something. I know he was on you because, honey, you done been delivered and God done delivered you, and baby, and he could not have you. And when they can't have you, they want you, Mo. I see you, Stephen. I see you.
Yeah.
I saw you at the door. Come on now. Come on.
They always have, but he knew he could have Triple because Triple had very low self-esteem, and he was trying to play up this whole thing.
He didn't seem like he had low self-esteem to me.
Oh, he very much had low self-esteem.
Well, how you know he got a low self-esteem if you don't really know him like that?
If he's taking a YouTube relationship seriously, you got
Stephen, it seems like you've been studying him. You've been researching him. Like you've been doing opposition research.
Many low self-esteem ass bitches are in the world. It don't take much.
Now he a low self-esteem bitch. Okay, you don't know him, but you don't. Okay. Ooh.
Look, like he would listen. He was just trying to find someone to pay him some attention, and Lemon paid him some attention, and he's around that man and try to put his shit out just so he can get some attention from the sector. And
but did it work?
For the time,
did you not say he got attention?
Nobody's gonna pay him any attention after that or trust him again because he's gonna put all their receipts out.
Well, should we trust Lemon?
You should have never trusted Lemon. He should have known from watching other people that he shouldn't have trusted Lemon at all, because Lemon will always put your shit out. Whatever you talk about him behind the scenes, he's gonna put it out.
Stephen, boy, you sound like So are you pro Lemon or pro what's his name, Triple Red, or
pro me and pro having high esteem?
Okay.
Oh, not looking.
No, Lemon don't care. Baby, Lemon just trying to get clicks and views and stuff. I wish he was. I pray that he keep these channels, because now I get used to the Lembe, And then the next thing you know, the limbe gone.
I don't even
Lord
know
Jesus.
anymore. Jay Wilson, I don't even know what it is. Is it Limbe now? Is that what he's
I
currently on?
think it's limbe one. I mean, now I ain't go over there.
No, he
I
had.
went over there. I went over there like once to hear his response to Triple Red.
Mhm.
So I went over there, but I haven't been over there since. And then they said Miss Catherine was over there. But girl, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go on over there because Miss Catherine is going through what is going on with your folk in Philadelphia, baby. Baby, it's just a lot going on in Philly.
It was read. I don't know what is Catherine getting all these pastors' full names.
Mm, mm.
Don't you know that there is a whole church mafia out in these Philadelphia
Well,
streets?
let me say this. I leave it alone.
Come up missing.
And all I said to her is, baby, you be careful out there. I said, Miss Catherine, if you telling the truth, you need to talk to a therapist so you can have that documented. You need to talk to a lawyer, and you need to talk to somebody who's not in the church pocket under law enforcement. And maybe you need to get an investigative reporter who may have issues with the church. I mean, but I'm like, yeah, it was deep. It was very deep. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't allow her to come up and talk about the church or that pastor. She can come up and talk about anything else, but that's a no. And it's not because I'm getting paid from the church. Okay. I don't know nobody at Hebron, Enon, Mother Bethel, Greater Bethel. I don't know nobody at these churches. But I, like Stephen, we've been raised in church and we know that they always gonna side with the pastor. They gonna always side with the pastor. They can know he be dead wrong, and they always gonna side with him for the most part. So I just don't want her to be in a jam. Now, the people said that ZX actually called the church. I don't agree with a lot of that, but today it put my mind at ease that the church said that they know she's not well, and so they know what's going on. Now, am I saying she's not well? No, but I'm just glad that they're not putting charges on her or anything like that. So, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, okay. Mm. Well, look, y'all, I gotta go. But it was real. I would like to thank Paulette Waters for coming up. Castro Cannon for coming up. Stefan for coming up. It's just been really interesting. Stefan, your piece has really been interesting. Very interesting. Mm. It sounds like you trying to bring the heat, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to be messy, but so he said he had Lemon in a position, honey, and he had him first. Woo! Mm. Child, for the love of lemon. If you got a lemon, you might as well squeeze it. On that note, y'all, I'm out. Peace and love. Bye.